No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you. I'm okay. I'm okay. No, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Saudi, huh?
Of a black man in Thailand.
Also, what's your favorite curse word? Probably fuck. Probably fuck. I actually do cuss a little. Probably fuck.
Getting with a Dominican woman. Is it legit? Is it real? Like, will they be loyal to you? Will they love you, or is it just for the lifestyle or just for the money?
All right. Well, one thing men got to keep in mind in general. Dominicans are nationalists. Mm-hmm. They're very loyal, proud people. They're very proud to be Dominican. Mm-hmm. They love everything Dominican. Now, finding a woman that will treat you as good as she treated a Dominican man, that would be a little hard. Now, when I talked about the lady earlier, she's that one. She's that one in 2 million. That's the exception. Because there are exceptions, but like I said, they're not easy to find. So a lot of guys who think, you find a woman overseas, she's gonna be totally different and all this shit. But a lot of that stuff is just smoke and mirrors. Because like I said, Dominican people are very, very loyal. And I did an interview on my channel one time with a Dominican lady, and those who've been following me, I'm sure they saw that interview. And the Dominican woman told me, she says 9 out of 10 Dominican women, if you dating them, they got a Dominican boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
And I was like...
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. I said, so what about the guys who actually live here? She said, well, the guys who live here, there might be an exception. She says, but their cousin may be that boyfriend.
Maybe the boyfriend.
Yeah, because you got cats down here, man, that date chicks, and they don't mind their chick being that child, their daughter, because that's how they live.
That's how they live. They live off of the proceeds of a woman. They look at it as a job.
Absolutely.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And as y'all can see, it's the beautiful sunset. That means it's cool out here and it's time for me to cook. And what I want to talk to you guys about today is you do not need to leave the country to get women. And it doesn't matter what you're looking for. It doesn't matter if you're looking for submission. It doesn't matter if you're looking for love. It doesn't even matter if you're just looking for V-Box. You do not need to leave the country for any of that. I'm tired of dudes saying, oh, you got to go and leave the country because the women over there are better. They're better at what? I keep telling you guys, women treat you based upon where you sit in life as far as your status, your personality, and your masculinity. Your personality and your masculinity comes first. I've already showed you guys examples. If you've been a subscriber to this channel for a while, you've seen the examples. I've had women make me seafood broils. I've had women making me brunch, making me steaks. I've had women taking me to concerts, taking me to sporting events. I've had women where I'm just like, yo, come outside and wear this. And they're like, okay, daddy, that's what I'm going to wear. I've shown you guys all of this before. You do not have to leave the country to be treated well. You just have to take your rightful place as king, be yourself, get your life together, and be a real man. Be an actual protector and provider. But these dudes want to tell you, you got to go to Zamunda to get some V-Box. These dudes want to tell you, you got to go to Wakanda to find a submissive woman. Let's discuss the guy in the first clip. He talking about you gotta be careful when you go to the Dominican Republic because a lot of times them girls don't really love you. They just want you for your money. Of course, you're American. They know about the exchange rate. Your money's worth more over there. Just like you think you about to go over there and get you some easy V-Box and have you a good time. They looking at you and they see a lick. They don't see love. They see a lick. These dudes who tell y'all to go to these countries like Brazil and then like Thailand and then like the Dominican Republic because the women there are so submissive. These are the type of dudes who go to the strip club and think that the strippers love them. They don't love you on the whole show. Shout out to Patrick. These are the type of dudes who go to the strip club and think that the strippers love them. They go down the whole show, they get them some girl with dirty feet. She should have baby blue on because she a Tar Heel. Her feet dirty as hell. She don't got no shoes. But she somehow got a BBL and she on that corner talking some, Poppy. The one dude in the clip, he over there in Thailand, she gonna grab his D talking about some BBC and he all charged up. He like, yeah. Not even knowing that that's a man boy who done touched them. If he actually give her the money and take her home, he gonna run into this.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Cute.
But I'm
Everyone.
not lady.
You're not a lady?
Yes.
What are you?
I'm lady boy. You don't believe me?
You are not a lady boy, are you?
I'm
No.
lady boy.
Really?
Yes.
You are gorgeous.
No.
No?
I'm lady boy.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you either.
Oh, why?
You lady.
I'm lady boy.
That's a man boy who touched him. And you guys don't even pay attention to the fact they always tell you guys to go to certain places on these YouTube platforms when they tell you to travel to run into women. They always tell you to go to Rio in Brazil, okay? And they never mention how Brazil has probably the highest STD rate in the entire world. So there's a good chance that if you don't get AIDS, you're still gonna come back with your D looking like the back of a Nestle Crunch bar. But they ain't gonna tell you like that about that. Then they tell you to go to Thailand. Oh, you can find love in Thailand. The women are so submissive in Thailand. They love you a long time. But they don't tell you about the man boys, nor do they mention the STD rate there either. And then they tell you about the Dominican Republic. You know what you could do with $40 in the Dominican Republic, which really ain't even true anymore because y'all done ran y'all mouth so much about high quality women at a cheap price in the Dominican Republic that now they done found out their worth and they charging dudes more. Now dudes got paid in the hundreds because y'all can't keep y'all mouth shut like women about a good thing. And let me tell you two things about Dominican women you need to know because I'm originally from New York, so I know a lot of Dominicans. One of my best friends is Dominican. One of my homegirls is Dominican. Let me tell y'all this story really quick. My homegirl who's Dominican, she was born in America. Her little sister was born in America. But her oldest sister was born in the Dominican, okay? With her mom's original man who's Dominican. Now they moved up here to America, but he went back to the Dominican Republic. Now he has another girlfriend and he done had 2 more kids. Now her little sister decided she wanted to live in the Dominican Republic. But even before she made that decision, her mom and her little sister used to go back and visit the Dominican Republic every single year. They used to visit their other sisters. They used to visit their oldest sister's dad. And guess what? Her mom was still letting him, even though she had a husband in America. As a matter of fact, when her little sister decided to stay in the Dominican Republic, when they would go back to visit, her mom would slide him money from her husband just so that the little one that she had with him, by the way, could still maintain the same standard of living. And she told the husband, oh, my daughter's going to be living with my parents. When she's not, she's living with her original man and her other sisters because she wanted to live in the Dominican Republic, but she wanted to be with her other sisters. So she lied to her man about where he's at. Dominican women are some of the biggest scammers. You have to know that. Second thing you need to learn about Dominicans. Dominicans are very loyal. Most people from outside of this country are very loyal to where they're from. Okay, so when you come as an American and it's like a one-time thing, of course you're going to be exotic, so they might be interested in you. They might throw you some V-Bucks, but when it comes down to a relationship a lot of times, and when it comes down to a marriage, they're not really trying to take you that serious. Dominican girls are going to be loyal to Dominican men. Dominican women are so loyal that most people in the Caribbean don't even like Dominican people because Dominican people refuse to acknowledge that they're black. And they are black. They're Spanish-speaking black people, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. Dominicans are loyal. Brazilians are loyal. Even people from Thailand, they're loyal. They're not taking you serious. You will lick to them. Y'all don't pay attention to the fact that most of the people from foreign countries who come over to America, they come over here, they get their education or they open their business, they make their money and they send it back to their country. One of my mans is from Barbados. That's why it's a Barbados flag in my intro video because I helped him open a sports bar down in Barbados. He came to America, got an education, stacked his bread, opened a sports bar down in Barbados. And then he didn't even get a Bayesian woman. He brought a white woman from America with him to Barbados to help run his sports bar. Now listen, I'm not going to overly get into who's better between foreign women and American women, okay? Because to me, that's topsy-turvy. You could call it either way. But what I will say is you don't have to leave this country to get any type of submission, to get any type of V-Box, or to find love. That's just goofy. And financially, it doesn't even make sense. Like people always say, oh yeah, it's cheaper when you go to Rio. It's cheaper when you go to Thailand. It's cheaper when you go to the Dominican Republic. Not really, because by the time you pay for the flight, by the time you book the resort, by the time you pay for the cabs or you rent a car, and then you pay the actual woman to be with you, you're going to run into the thousands. By that time, you could have just went, say you lived in Bmore, you could have went to Baltimore Street, got you a prostitute for $100. Got you a stripper for like $500 to $1,000. If you in DC, you could go over by Stadium, $500 to $1,000. You're gonna have a bad chick with a fake body waiting for you, okay? If you in Atlanta, you could have went to Magic City, same thing. If you in Miami, you could have went to King of Diamonds. I think they changed their name. But if you got a couple racks, same thing. They're going to get it popping. At the end of the day, It doesn't make a difference. You either have it or you don't. It's just easier to come off like you have it over there. You going down, y'all walking down the host row talking about some you can't find love. Of course you can't find love on the host row. See, these guys never tell you to go to countries like France. They never tell you to go to Great Britain. They never tell you to go to China or Hong Kong or something. They never tell you to go to Japan. They never tell you to go to Cameroon, which you guys should go to, by the way. I love Cameroon. That was one of the favorite places I ever visited. They never tell you guys to do any of this. They always tell you guys to go somewhere where there's a whole bunch of host rows and where your money is worth more. Why? So that you can come off as a big boss, as if this is going to make up for you being a loser, as if this is going to make up for you having no personality, having no masculinity, and not really having money. And you got to ask yourself, guys, even if you was to get this foreign girl, let's say you found a great girl from Thailand. Let's say you found a great girl from Rio. Let's say you found a great girl from the Dominican Republic. Wouldn't you have to bring her back here? At the point you bring her back to America, she going to see how you really live. And she gonna look around, she gonna be like, damn, you're not really living how I thought you was living. You was balling out in my country, but over here you nothing. And what's gonna stop her from leveling up on your ass? What's gonna stop her from monkey branching? What's gonna stop her from the dude who got more muscles than you, more personality than you, more masculinity than you, a nicer house and a nicer car than you, from taking your girl? Because you done introduced her to this whole new world where there's a whole bunch of dudes in better shape, with better money, with more personality, more confidence and masculinity than you have. And then I hear some dudes say, oh, you don't gotta bring them over here, you can keep them over there. You can have your kid over there. Okay, cool. So you're gonna have a kid with a woman in Rio, you're gonna have a kid with a woman in the Dominican Republic, you're gonna have a kid with a woman in Thailand, and you're gonna leave that woman and the kid in Thailand, Rio, or the Dominican Republic. First of all, you being a deadbeat from a distance. How you being a distant deadbeat? That's crazy. Second of all, you think she gonna be loyal to you? You basically cucking yourself. You're gonna fly your ass back to America, you're gonna be sending her money, and she gonna be getting her back blown out by somebody in her country with your kid watching it. Your kid gonna have more respect for that man than he have for you. He gonna see that man more than he see you. She gonna be there living like a queen off of your money while you over here in America talking about some, yeah, I won. So I don't see the win here, because if you don't bring her back with you, you're cucking yourself. And if you bring her back with you, she's going to see how you really living. If you're not really living like that and you was going down there stunting, she's going to see you not really living like that. And then the last time I made this video, dudes was talking about some, oh, you're acting like all foreign women are sluts and they're all on the host roll. No, I'm not. That's why I mentioned they don't tell you to go to Britain. They don't tell you to go to Cameroon. They don't tell you to go to Hong Kong. They don't tell you to go to Japan. They ain't telling you to go to none of these places. They'll tell you to go Korea. They'll tell you to go Vietnam. But they're not telling you to go to none of those places because they know in those places you don't have the exchange rate power that you have over here. The best thing you have working for yourself in those places is that you foreign. You got a foreign accent. If you black, they might not see too many of you over there. You get what I'm saying? Or if you Hispanic, they might not see too many of you over there. So you got that going for you too. So they might be willing to give you some V-Bucks just out of curiosity because you're exotic for a good time. But in terms of long term, when it comes down to long term, you're still going to have personality, masculinity, and you're still going to have your stuff together at the end of the day. There's no way to get around that. Most of these dudes online who telling you to go overseas, they telling you to go overseas for a cheat code. And there is no cheat code to this game. You're going to bring her over here and the dudes who's putting in the work going to take your chick, or you're going to be smashing her behind your back. You tell me which one's worse. That's up to you. But I don't see any benefits to it. Now, I do have a friend. I met him through Green Bay because I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. I met him when I was traveling to Green Bay. Now we go to one game every year. I got like a group of 6 of us. We go to different games. We all link up and go to one game together every single year. He has a wife from Colombia. But the thing with Ed is, Ed's a goddamn lawyer. So when he went to Colombia and he met her, he was stunting, he was balling out, and he decided that he loved her and he wanted to bring her to America to start a family. He had enough money to keep up the same lifestyle. Y'all gonna bring these girls up here and they gonna be embarrassed. Y'all taking them to the hood, they in the backseat like this, they dodging bullets. You know what I'm saying? Y'all taking them up to your corner. They got the same Tar feet that they had down there because all you could afford to get her is flip-flops. So she's still a Tar Heel. She's still repping North Carolina and America. They're expecting a certain lifestyle when you bring them to America, especially from those types of places. They're not expecting to come up here and live like no bums. And the girls who would expect a regular life when you bring them to America, those girls are in the country that's where your exchange rate doesn't have as much power. Those girls are in the country where they probably have their own money. Again, the UK, Stuff like that. Those girls, they already got their own money. So if they were to come over here, yeah, they're not expecting to be living like a queen, but guess what? Because they're already living good where they're from, because they're not looking for your money, because they're not on the host row, you're still going to have personality. You're still going to have masculinity, and you're still going to have your stuff together. I had one dude comment one time, dude talking about some, what if a woman wants you to move to the UK and be with her and her family? So you about to go out here and get dual citizenship or get citizenship completely to the UK. You about to move and fly all the way out to the UK, okay? And this is a hypothetical scenario. No girl offered them this, but I'm just saying how stupid that is. You're gonna fly all the way out to the UK to go and live with this chick without no ring or nothing, no family, no friends out there. You living completely off of this chick, and if she changes her mind, she realizes she don't like you, or she realizes you a bum, or she just decides she don't want to be with you no more, now your ass is stuck out there. You've got nothing. You don't even know how the economy works out there. You don't even know how jobs work. And that's another thing. A lot of y'all be traveling the countries. Y'all don't know the language. Y'all don't really know what they be saying. They be talking about y'all behind y'all back, calling y'all stupid, all types of stuff. Talking about some, oh, you got to leave the country. You do not have to leave the country. Listen, I want to leave y'all with this. If you're going to travel to have fun. Travel to either have fun with yourself or have fun with your friends or have fun with your family. Travel to sightsee. Travel to have a good time. Travel to give yourself a mental break from the realities of life. Don't travel for no V-Box. And don't travel for no wife. That doesn't even make sense. Just travel and have a good time. Now, if you end up like my man Ed and you meet a wife out there, okay, that's fine and dandy. You met a wife out there, that's cool. But to travel specifically for that purpose is crazy to me. It makes no sense. And in my opinion, you're not going to run into much better women outside of this country than you can in this country. American women can be great. American women can be very submissive. American women can take you places. They can cook for you. They can clean for you. They can dress how you want them to dress. They can do everything that any woman outside the country can do. But you got to get your stuff together to put yourself in a position where they want to do that for you. And again, a lot of y'all not looking to go to the countries with developed Western mindset women. Y'all looking to go to places where you have the exchange rate advantage and you can flash your bread and you can stun on these chicks. And you can act like you big ballin', knowing you're not really big ballin'. And that's not going to work out in your favor. Of course she don't love you. You on the host row. Nobody love you on the host row. There ain't no love on the host row. There's no love in the strip club. I am Alex and I am out. Peace.